Hello there! Today we look into the features of the responsive image block, which is included in the Kaledros Basic Blocks WordPress plugin. This plugin can be installed directly from the plugins section of the WordPress dashboard. It's also available for download on WordPress.org and from my GitHub account. Links are provided in the video description. Layout controls. There are 5 controls in the Layout tab. The max width control is responsible for adjusting the width of the image. We can use the original size of the image, or we can set a custom value using the range numeric control. With the height control, we can use the original height of the image, or we can set a custom value. The margin control allows us to set the same margin for all image sides, or a different margin for each side of the image. The padding control is similar. Thus, we can set the same padding for all the sides of the image or set different values for each side. Style controls. There are 6 controls in the Style tab. The first 3 controls are responsible for the image border. In order to have a visible border, the border style must be different than none, the border width must be greater than 0, and the border color must be different than transparent. We can choose from 9 different options for the border style setting. The border width control allows us to select a width in pixels for the image border. The border color control allows us to use a custom color or to pick a color from the theme color palette. The border radius control is useful for creating rounded borders for the image. We can set different values for each corner of the image, or use a single value for all of them. The box shadow control allows us to create a custom shadow around the edges of the image. Finally, the filter control is responsible for setting different visual effects for the image. Thus, we can add a simple CSS filter to make the image stand out. Additional controls. There are 5 controls in the Additional tab. The caption control is responsible for adding a short text that describes the image. The alt text control allows us to write a custom alternative text for the image. This text can be different from the one written in the media library. The image link control is responsible for adding an external or internal link to the image. If we leave this text field empty, the image won't have any link associated to. The object fit control allows us to set the CSS object fit property to cover or contain. This feature is useful when we resize the height or width of the image. Finally, the lazy loading control is responsible for loading the image only when needed. Thus, this setting can help us to reduce the page loading time without using another third-party plugin. Thank you for watching.